thank you guys so much for stopping by, bringing some more Final Fantasy XIV. Continuing our story with Ryuk-san and Murte. Let us begin anew, Master Sanamurte. Edmund D4 times. You will forgive me my outburst, I hope. I mean no disrespect. I merely consider myself equal to the duties entrusted to me, unlike some. You often. If you are even half the man he claims, I shall be glad to have you at my side. To the matter at hand, then. We will be assisting my esteemed compatriots of House Durandare and Desmio. You are aware of our friendly rivalry, I take it? Well, suffice it to say, the prospect of assisting said houses does not fill me with joy. However, but we shall speak more of that anon. First, we must need secure transport to Falcon's Nest. Let us make for the Chocobo stables and foundation. My drink here. Oh. Alright. So we're going to be journeying to Falcon's Nest. Alrighty. So Falcon's Nest, I believe, if I remember correctly, it's in Coerthas, Western Highlands. So it's right over here. We need to go to Sky Steel Manufactory. I don't know if I have that one down there. I do not. Let's just go this one. Alright. I guess we'll go this way. This is the one right here I need to go to here. There we go. It's below us. Whee! Ow. Greetings, Master Sanamurte. I've saddled a black chocobo for your journey to the Western Highlands, as per Lord Artriel's instructions. Will this be your first time riding a black chocobo, may I ask? If so, you're in for a treat. As I dare say you know, this particular breed can fly. Given the right conditions, they can carry you quite high, too, even over Snowcloak. You needn't worry about directing the bird, of course. Like all porters, she's trained to carry you to your destination all by herself. So just relax and enjoy the view. Oh, but be sure to not relax your grip, will ya? 2 hands on the reins at all times, if you please.
To the frozen wastes of the Western Highlands, once verdant tracts made pallid by the calamity. Beyond the towering wall of ice, to lands long forsaken that the Knights of Ishgard strove tirelessly to reclaim. to the hamlet of Falcon's Nest. Once abandoned, now freed of its pall of snow and ash, he came.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and attune to this Aetherite really quick over here. I think we're going to be here for a little while, so we're going to set this as our home point as well. There we go. See, look how many places we have already. Gotta love it. Alright. The world looks quite different when viewed from the back of an airborne chocobo, does it not? I still find the experience strangely liberating. To business. Sir Redwald is in charge here. He should be expecting us. It has been far, far too long, Lord Atriel. And who might your companion be? Pray forgive us our lateness, Sir Redwald. I present you Ryuk San Lemute, Ward of House Four Toms. Ah, yes, of course. Lord Jellimon spoke of you. I, Sir Redwald of House Durandare, do bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest. We are both eager to contribute to the settlement's restoration. How may we be of service? Before we speak of that, would I be correct in assuming that Master San Lemute is unfamiliar with our recent history? Then with your permission, I shall recount the tale for his benefit. As you may know, Falcon's Nest was once a hamlet with a small garrison of knights and some few villagers, and then came the calamity. When it became clear that the snow would not stop falling, we had no choice but to order a complete withdrawal. The settlement, and the entirety of the Western Highlands, were to be abandoned. Abandoned to the heretics? Lady Iceheart and her kind have walked these lands with impunity ever since. Aye, but no longer. The Holy See has commanded the reclamation of the Western Highlands and the expulsion of heretical elements. Falcon's Nest is key to accomplishing these objectives. But as you can see, rebuilding a hamlet will be no small undertaking. Our craftsmen require support and protection. Any assistance you can offer will be greatly appreciated. As promised, we of House Four Toms are at your disposal, Sir Redwald. You need but tell us where to begin. Several craftsmen in service to House Dismal are contributing to the restoration of Falcon's Nest. These men and women are quite skilled at building and repairing fortifications, but the progress has been hampered by a number of factors. Rolf, their foreman, tells me he has need of a man with your talents. Would you be so kind as to seek him out? Oh, yes, I'm Rolf. Who you might be? Ah, the promised help. Glad to have you aboard. I have the honor of overseeing this fine mess you see before you. Send me over on one of the black birds, same as you, to build and mend, to tell others how to build and mend. But Fury take me, this ice. It's bloody unnatural how fast it forms. It's icicle sprites, I tell you. Mark my words, there's pockets of them here and there, just waiting for me to turn my back so they can sneak out and do their dirty work. So I need you to search the hamlet and put an end to it. If you stay and watch long enough, you'll sure to find them. Boom. Alrighty. Destination. Alright. Alright. There we go. I just got one more here. Ah, here it is. Huh. Now there's a man what looks like he's found his marks. You're just the sort we need around here. The kind that will hop to when it sees a task undone. You're a dab hand at Warcraft, I can tell. Not that I have any skill at arms to speak mind, but it doesn't take an expert to recognize expertise. Be a race to keep you to myself and those others out when needs help, same as me. So if you're keen to keep on doing what you've done, I'd ask you to head north to the Pike, the bloody huge statue out in the wastes, if you've never been. Mason by the name of Theomont is out there tending to the thing. Good man, Theomont, but I reckon he's taking on too much work for one. Might be there's something you can do for him? You got it. That must be right there. Look at these little things. What if they're hostile? Hail to you, traveler. What brings you out this way? Former Roth bid you to assist me? Well, far be it for me to turn down a helping hand. I've been tasked with the restoration of this sculpture. 5 years of neglect have not been too kind, to say the least. Fortunately, I've just a thing for it. Rather those deep eyes have it. If you could slay 3 and bring me their bristles, I would be in your debt. This is not what I had in mind. This is really not what I had in mind. Run! No! No! Ugh. They have a lot of health. I wasn't trying to get all three of them at the same time. Is there any that's like separate? Here's a separate one over here. Get back here. Alright. Alright. There you are. Have you the Bristols? Ah, fear of course that is. That's why they're perfect for scrubbing the soot from the statue. Beautiful, isn't it? The spitting image of Coerthas, first of the Azure Dragoons and one of Ishgardian's founding fathers. A symbol of everything the Dravanians despise, which is why they've taken to searing it with dragonfire every time they pass by. But no longer will we suffer this desecration of our nation's hero. Soon the statue will be as it once was, a proud, shining testament to the determination of Ishgard, and a message to the heretics that we have returned. The work may be hard and the conditions harsh, but as proud as a proud Ishgardian, I could ask for no greater honor. Are you for Falcon's Nest? If so, I have a favor to ask you. There's this knight, Sir Yasador, stationed at the anvil to the west of here. She's always treating me with kindness and respect, more than I deserve, to be honest. Anyway, while you were away, she came through on patrol, and I think she might have left a package behind. It's a bit of a detour, but would you mind returning it to her? My thanks to you, friend. How do we get up there? Why did you go this way, I'm guessing? Yeah, how'd you go up here? Yeah, dang it. Ugh. What's that? A package. I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about. Confound. That fool of a... What a waste. It was a gift, adventurer. Theomont labors day and night without regard for his own well-being. At the very least, he ought to try to eat better. Why not simply give it to him? By the Fury, have you no nonsense of decorum? A high-born knight cannot be seen favoring a low-blow mason in such a manner. Nevertheless, I appreciate your concern, as well as your willingness to assist Theomont. May your journey back to Falcon's Nest be safe and swift. Pray give my regards to Sir Redwall. I must applaud your initiative, Master Salamiote. Will tells me you have been quite busy. Alas, we have not the time to thank you properly. I have a task to which I would commit all able-bodied men, or all able-bodied men and women, you and Lord Archiel included. Ooh, I got this one. Calm as ever. Even you must surely sense the gravity of the situation. A veteran through and through, just as Lord Drillemont's search of the heretics had away. Whether they were attacked or met with some other misfortune, we know not, but regardless of the cause, we must act quickly, for this is a harsh, unforgiving land which can claim and has claimed the lives of many men. To ensure we find our missing knights as quick as possible, I have assigned each party a different area to search. You and Lord Archiel will be working together. Seek him out when you are ready to depart, and good luck. It seems we have been assigned the area near Camp Riversmeet, Master Salamiote. Lest you are unaware, the camp was one of many of our knights were forced to abandon when we withdrew from the Coerthas western Highlands, one of many sacrifices made in the wake of the calamity. It would not surprise me if our knights took shelter there. There is but a way to find out, though. Let us be off. Dang it. I guess you want to die. Fine with me. There, below us, Camp Rivers meets, or what remains of it. I see no way to descend the cliff safely from here. So if we fall, the beast below will make short work of us. Come, I know a path to the riverbed below, east of the Black Iron Bridge. If the Renaissance party came this way, I see no sight of it. Still, it is possible the recent storms have obscured their trails, or that they took an alternative route to Camp Riversmeet. Until we investigate the camp itself, we cannot be certain. We must press on. Are you alright? I heard sounds of a struggle. Thank the Fury. I thought no one would come. Three heretics slain and one knight saved. Just like that. You certainly live up to your reputation, Master Stellarete. What happened here, sir? Is there no one else? We were caught in a furious blizzard north of here, my lord. Not but white all around, until we saw shapes moving towards us, running towards us, with naked steel in their hands. I cut down a few of the bastards who came close, but the others, they were shouting and screaming, but after a while I could only hear unfamiliar voices. I found my way to the camp, hoping to hide while the storm passed. But the heretics tracked you here. The heretics' hideaway lies somewhere in the north. We must move quickly before the snow buries all traces of their passings. For my brothers, we must... Have faith, sir. Justice will be done. But first, we must see you to safety. He has the right of it, Master Stellarete. Whatever remains of the heretics' trail will be gone with the next snowfall, but we cannot very well leave our friend here. I will see him to Ffxiv Nest and gather reinforcements. In the meantime, I will have you search the area to the north of the camp for sites of the attack. Should you pick up the heretics' trail, do not wait for me. Oh, come on, man! Can't you see I'm trying to fucking guide and do something, you fucking bitch-ass enemy. God, I hate when that happens. I really get pissed off when an enemy interrupts me while I'm trying to read something. It's a waste of fucking time. The enemy just signed his deathbed, so I guess he really wanted to die anyways. Alright. I read that. I realize that this plan may place you in considerable danger, but I see no alternative. Rest assured we will not be far behind, and Ryuk, thank you. Think so. That's what I thought. Did he complete?
Looking for me, I presume.
The child who glimpsed the truth.
No, it cannot be.
He cameth unto me, as didst thou, alike in gifts, yet set upon different paths.
Like you, I have been blessed with the Echo. The visions terrified me at first. They came without warning. I wondered what I had done to deserve them. But I had no time to ponder such things, once the calamity came. The land turned against us, and in a matter of hours, Falcon's Nest was buried under 10 fulms of ice and snow. We had no choice but to flee for Ishgard. We came to the wall, and while we searched for a way through, there was an avalanche. And then I was alone. So I set forth for Dravania. I knew full well what might happen where I found. But I could not survive on my own. I was found, of course. And not by a mere dragon, but by the great worm Hraesvelgr. And it was then that I knew why I had been given this gift. For with it I heard his voice, and saw the truth through his eyes. I was chosen to deliver this revelation to the people. To bring dragon and man together as they once were, and should ever be. It wasn't supposed to be like that. You have to believe me. It was beyond my control. Children taught to fear the skies, who saw their loved ones slaughtered. Yet the Dravanians, though they know where the fault truly lies, fell upon them with such fury.
Men die, and their children forget. But we are everlasting. To us, then is as now. Thou canst not comprehend the violation, the outrage, the fury.
I will make this right. I am neither a saint nor a savior, just another sinner. Yet I will not forsake this cause. I cannot. I will see this cycle broken and peace restored. We can do naught else, for we are now as one.
Master Salamiote, praise Helone, you are alive. We came as swiftly as we could, but I see we are too late. So they were lurking in the cellar of this farmhouse. 'Tis a pity Lady Iceheart escaped, but we must not let them distract you from your accomplishments. We have them on the run. You have dealt our foes a telling blow this day, my friend, and I shall see that your efforts are recognized. Establishing an outpost in some remote location could not have been easy. Tenacious devils. The knights had matters here well in hand. Let us return to Falcon's Nest and share our discoveries with Sir Redwold. Come, after checking heretics across moms of ice and snow, I would say you are due a few hours resting next to the warm fire. Lord Artiel, Master Salamiote, full glad I am to see you both hale and healthy. What news? You mean to say you've hunted the heretics down on your own? Isn't it before reinforcements could arrive? By the Fury! I believe we have made great strides toward purging these lands of heretics, and I mean to say as much as we delivered my report to my father in the Holy See. As will I, Lord Artiel. May it serve to remind our superiors what houses Durandare and Fort Toms could achieve through continued cooperation. Indeed, I trust you and your knights are content to handle the rest? We most certainly are, my lord. During your short time with us, you and Master Salamiote have accomplished far more than I had thought possible. I cannot in good conscience impose upon you any longer. Pray return to Ishgard with my thanks. As you wish, Sir Redwood. Thank you for your hospitality. Alright, back to Foundation. Master Salamiote, I would speak plain. From the first I questioned your motives and your competence. Unjustly, I now realize. Rumors have a way of growing more fantastic as they spread, and quite frankly, those surroundings you beggar belief. But Horsefront swore that all the stories were true. He championed you and begged Father to grant you patronage. And he duly listened. Because of all his wisdom, he has never been able to say no to my dear half-brother. The legacy of my father's soul and discretion. Mother hated him, of course. Even on her deathbed she refused to acknowledge him. And to be honest, she was not alone in her feelings. But that is not the worst of it. At Camp Riversmeet, when we came upon the wounded knight, I knew immediately that one of us would have to pursue the heretics alone. An onerous task fraught with danger. And there you were, the savior of Eorzea, an honored guest of House Fort Toms, my new comrade in arms. Horsefront's dear friend. I told myself it would be a test, but part of part of me hoped that you would fail. Yet you accepted a task without a word of protest nor any sign of fear, and you duly tracked the enemy down, faced him alone, and lived to tell the tale. Plainly, Potiphar had the right of it all along. That I doubted your strength bespeaks my own weakness. But I will not doubt you again, Master Salamiote. On that you have my word. Oh, those are Aether Compass. Master Salamiote, my lord the Count must desire to speak with you regarding your time with Lord Artiel and Lord Emily. If you remain here for a moment.
The hero returns. I cannot thank you enough for saving young Imanolane's life. Aye, he told me everything. I've also received letters from both House Zamail and Durandare praising your conduct, and that of House Forton. You've won us much honor, my friend.
My lord.
What is it? Speak.
Pray forgive the intrusion, my lord, but I bring grave tidings. Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru have been detained on suspicion of fomenting heresy.
What? Explain.
They were observed entering a tavern in the lower levels on some half-dozen occasions. There, it is claimed, they made a number of inquiries. Inquiries which brought them into contact with certain elements. 'Twas this which prompted a knight of the Heavensward to demand that they be questioned. Sir Grinno, my lord.
Sir Grinno is a brute. Exceedingly accomplished brute, but a brute nonetheless. Alas, he is also a son of House Zamail. How quickly we forget the petty nature of men. I'd wager your friends are no more than pawns in another of my countrymen's games. Such is the way of things between the high houses.
Though you have won the hearts and minds of many of my countrymen, there are those who will never be swayed. Celebrate them. 'Tis like that one such member of House Zamail is manipulating Sir Grinno, for he is not a man to dabble in politics of his own volition. He may genuinely believe your friends to be guilty, though I am quite certain his masters know better. Yet the truth will avail us not if we cannot prove their innocence. You would do well to speak to Sir Americ at the congregation of our knights most heavily. He will know more of these charges. It's been too long, Ryuk. Would that the visit came upon happier circumstances, you would come to plead for Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru, I take it? Word of their detainment reached us while I was delivering my report on the Von Primal. Truly, I know not which is more ludicrous, these charges or that flying feathered whale. That Sir Grinnell's accusations are baseless, I have no doubt. Refuting them will be difficult, however, as he is a knight of the Heavensward. I speak of the personal guard of the Archbishop, the 12 finest knights in all of Ishgard, sworn to serve his eminence alone. Suffice it to say, their testimony is unimpeachable, and I have not the authority to challenge their actions. After all the Scions have done, routing their heretics and defeating Shiva, helping us defend the steps of faith and drive back the Javanian horde, after proving themselves true allies on countless occasions, is there naught we can do? I fear there is but one path left to us. We must demand a trial by combat. But of course, in a trial by combat sanctioned by the Inquisition, the victor's claim is judged true regardless of the petitioner's standings. Under Ishgardian law, a trial by combat pits the accuser against the accused. In this instance, Master Alphinaud and Mistress Tatarur will be expecting to face Sir Grinnell and the second of his choosing, another knight of the Heavensward most like. The two of them? About a fury, that can hardly be considered fair. Master Alphinaud's magical talents will not have gone unnoticed, meaning that he will have no choice but to participate. Mistress Tatarur, on the other hand, is quite obviously befit of martial skill, and to be afforded the right name a champion to fight in her stead. Lest you doubt, I am ready and willing to serve in this capacity, as I am sure is Lord Hustlefront. But all here present know that you are the most accomplished warrior among us, and mayhap in the realm at large. Then it is settled. I will visit Master Alphinaud at once, and inform him of our intentions. Ryuk, meet me at the tribunal where we have made you ready. Until then, my friend. Listen carefully, Ryuk. When the trial begins, the petitioner will be asked to restate his charges, and the accused invited to respond. Then, in accordance with the law, they will be asked to restate the request for a trial by combat. Once the High Educator acknowledges Mistress Tatarur's right to name a champion, that is when you must make your entrance. Oh, I cannot wait to see the look on Sir Grinnell's face when he sees his true opponent. It will be priceless. More seriously, should you begin to lose heart, look at me in the stands, and I shall cheer so loud you will wonder how you could ever even contrive to that yourself. Now, are you ready?
We are gathered here today under the watchful gaze of the Fury to ascertain the guilt of 2 souls in a trial by combat. Petitioners, step forward. Sir Grinnell, for the benefit of all here present, I would ask you to repeat the charges which you have leveled against this man and this woman.
I, Sir Grinnell de Zemile, brother of the Heavensward,
did bear witness to these two foreigners consorting with heretics.
Let the accused step forward. Alfino Leveilleur, Tataru, you have heard the charges leveled against you. Will you take up arms to refute Sir Gruno's claim, and thereby prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men?
I, Alfino Leveilleur, am innocent of this charge, and claim my right to trial by combat.
I, Tataru, am innocent of this charge, but I am no warrior and cannot fight. So, I claim the right to name a champion.
To the old and the infirm, the young and the weak, this right we allow. Very well. Who will stand for this woman?
Just as I was beginning to doubt the efficacy of the Ishgardian justice system. Come, my friend. Let us put an end to this mummer's farce.
Alright.
O Halone, render unto us your judgment. Raise up the righteous, and cast down the wicked.
Got this. Here we go. I mean, we won. The Fury has spoken. Alphano Levelier, Tataru, you are here. Wait, you are hereby acquitted of all charges. Blessed are we who received of her wisdom and see justice wrought by her divine hand. Petitioners, accused, go forth in peace. It delivered for an ultimately demise yet again. My thanks as always. By the Fury, what a splendid victory! To see how you strove in the face of adversity. Two brave young souls bound together by the persistent bonds of camaraderie. Why, it stirred me to the very depths of my soul. Having been treated to such a rousing spectacle, it seems only right that I present you with a humble token of my admiration. Pray receive of me this Chocobo Whistle. With it, you may summon a black chocobo, fully trained and ready to fly. Magnificent, is she not? Strong yet sleek, elegant yet eager. What say you, Ryuk? Will you take her for your steed? Lord Hellsfront, chocobos are prohibited in the supreme sacred tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory doctrine. Your steed must remain outside. Aether currents now accessible. You have obtained the Black Chocobo. When riding this mount, you will have the ability to fly, provided certain conditions have been met. To fly in a given region, you must first find and attune to all the local Aether currents. In order to attune to some Aether currents, you will need to complete certain quests. However, most can be discovered via exploration. To aid you in this endeavor, you have also obtained an Aether Compass, which will provide you with both the bearing and the distance to the nearest Aether currents upon use. Should you lose this compass, you may speak with Gillibra and the Forgotten Knight to obtain another. To review your progress, select Travel from the main menu, followed by Aether Currents. So now that we unlock that, we can finally find Aether Currents, and then when we get a certain amount of Aether Currents, we can actually fly in those areas. So these are all, this is going to be all of them right here. So once we start to find some in different regions, then it's going to display right here. So there's Heavensward, Stormblood, and then Shadowbringers. And then obviously, I believe Endwalker's going to have one too, so there'll probably be 4 pages once Endwalker comes out. And then in the Realm Reborn, there's regions that you can fly into, and you unlock the flying abilities in those once you complete a Realm Reborn. So I beat a Realm Reborn, so I can already fly in those places because there's no Aether Currents in that one in Realm Reborn. Aether Currents came a thing for Heavensward, and then Stormblood and Shadowbringers. So all the regions that you're into in the Realm Reborn, I can already fly in. But we are going to end it right there though, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you content videos, and I will see you all in the next one.